Hey guys, it's Chris Anderson here. I wanted to take a couple minutes here and I wanted to address the question that I probably get asked the most of any question about Amazon. Almost everybody asks me the same question and it's about tactical arbitrage. So the question goes a little bit like this. Hey Chris, I have tactical arbitrage. I've been using it for a couple months now and I'm just not really getting results. And maybe you bought some bulk lists, maybe you bought some XPaths. Just generally, you're not going to get good results. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here and I'm going to answer the most common reasons that I see. There's been people that fall outside of this, but these points are the most common reasons that people are not doing as well with tactical arbitrage as they should be. This is probably the most common mistake that I see. So tactical arbitrage is nothing more than computer software. It's wonderful computer software, don't get me wrong. But computers are very good at what they're very good at, and they're not very good at what they're not very good at. In fact, they're pretty awful at what they're not very good at. Now, tactical arbitrage is great for parsing massive amounts of data, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pages in several hours or days. We could never do that. We just aren't fast enough. Tactical arbitrage is fast enough, okay? It's great at gathering data. It's great at, putting that data together in a way that's representative and understandable by us, but it's not good at making decisions about that data. So I'm going to cover setting your filters too tight later. But what people try to do with tactical arbitrage is they want to just find home run products. So I see people that be like, oh, well, in grocery, I only want 10,000 and under, and I want 200% ROI, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you'll find that eventually. But the problem is that you're going to find that once a week or something like that. And in the meantime, you're letting all this great opportunity go away because you're setting your filters too tight. You're trying to get Amazon or tactical arbitrage to make your decisions for you so that you have less decisions you have to make. I see this time and time again. I see people that don't understand how online arbitrage works. The first thing they try to do is hire somebody to do online arbitrage for them. They hire VAs, they hire, people to do it, and they have no idea how to do it. So the thing is that until you really understand online arbitrage or, you're really proficient with this, you don't want to set filters. To this day, I'm going to show you my filter setup next. I run with the most bare bones filters you can imagine. I want to make the decisions. I want data in front of me. When I run a scan, I want to get 50% of the results to come back to me. I can go through the data real fast and make decisions, but I don't want tactical arbitrage to make decisions for me because computers are not good at making decisions. They just simply aren't. It's not what they're designed to do. They're designed to gather data, make calculations, not make decisions. And that's a big failure. Probably the number one failure I see. So this would be right up there with trying to get a TA to be a decision maker. This is like number one, number two most common problems. So what I see time and time again, and this is probably your problem if you're having a problem with tactical arbitrage, is you have set your filters entirely too tight. So I am going to show you guys exactly how I set my filters. So I just grabbed the first site here, one sale. And I use, so Toys R Us, I don't know why, I should probably just delete this. There, I'll just delete this. Okay, so the last use filters I used. That's it. Notice anything? I'm not using a lot of filters here, guys. Okay, big one I'll use is store price reductions. I'll cover that in a moment. But other than that, I let everything loose. Because, see, I would rather tactical arbitrage give me garbage with diamonds in it than not, okay? Because there's so many times, like, if I came to you and I was like, hey, let's say we're doing toys. If I came to you and I said, hey, there's a product that I can find for $1 and it sells on Amazon for $25, but the rank in toys is pretty bad. You're only going to sell 5 a month. Would you buy that product? Because I would. I found that product with tactical arbitrage. I'm selling that product. I sell about 5 a month. I invested $10 in this product. I'm making crazy money on it. I can actually replen that product. Okay. And, it's not a lot of money, but if you were real strict with your filters, you would not find this product. Okay. So for my product, for my ranks, I go loosey-goosey, okay? Again, I want TA to show me stuff I don't want to sell because then I'm not going to miss the stuff I really want to sell. ROI and sales rank, it's a sliding scale. If I found something that the sales rank was consistently 10 in toys, just 10, okay? And the ROI on it was, 20%, would I sell it? Yeah, probably, okay? But normally I don't want to go that low of an ROI. I want a higher ROI. I personally shoot for 100%. So I end up with a lot of mid-range stuff. It sells pretty quickly, does well, but it's not that powerful, super low rank or super high ROI. It's a little bit of a trade-off with everything. So I let my rank filters for like toys, 350,000, maybe even 500,000 I'll go as high as. Kitchen, same thing. Maybe I'll go a little bit lower in kitchen, maybe $250,000. Clothing, $250,000. Grocery, I think there's 500,000 items in the grocery category. I'll still set it at 250,000. I'll even go higher. I don't care. Again, I'd rather just find garbage and click next, and just go through it. But, that's what I look for, and that works very well with me. Remove products with more than X sellers. Don't ever set this. I mean, you can if you want to, but you know what? I sold Pie Face. There was like 1,000 sellers on it, okay? And I sold it the day it hit the warehouse. I don't believe in the remove products with more than X sellers. Keep in mind, this cannot analyze the sellers. Now, we now have, the analysis tool that Alex has put out. I don't know what the name of it is right now because he changed it. But, we can look at those. But you know what? Who's to say that there's not 50 sellers of a product at $100 when it's really a $20 product? Who's to say there's not merchant fulfilled sellers? We're not going to be the only seller that's FBA, all that stuff. There's so much variation in this that to remove a product just based on the number of sellers, totally a bad idea. Okay? Remove third-party sellers from results. I don't set that because I've had some errors with this with tactical arbitrage. Remove oversized products. I'll sell oversized products all day, every day. There's no reason not to. Okay? Remove out-of-stock products. Again, save them. Okay? I have entire folders of out-of-stock products that I check back in on every few days or every couple weeks, and sometimes they're back in stock. Save them. Don't remove them. Okay? Remove if Amazon contains no weight or size data. I see people check this off. Do you know what you're doing when you're checking this off? You're saying, hey, I don't want to sell a product that nobody has ever FBA'd. Okay? So if you do that, what you're saying is, you don't appreciate that there's no FBA competition on a product. Okay? It takes 30 seconds to enter the size and weight, and you have to get a ruler out and weigh the thing. But other than that, that means you have no FBA competition up until that point. That's amazing. I don't know why anybody would ever set that. Okay? Remove if Amazon's a seller in stock. Okay, let me tell you guys a little truth here because there's a lot of people that continue this theory that you can't compete against Amazon. Amazon is on like half of my listings. I actually buy things specifically because Amazon is on the listing. If I look at Amazon and Amazon is consistent in the price, let's say Amazon's consistently $50, that means that it sells at $50. Amazon's not dumb. They're not a dumb company, okay? They know what the price should be, or they're honoring a map or something like that. If you look at it and you see Amazon has always been at $50, it's always sold, well, guess what? You can go in at $50 and it'll probably sell for you. Amazon will share the buy box, okay? I don't know where this rumor started that Amazon will never share a buy box, but if Amazon doesn't share buy boxes, I would be doing really crappy with my business right now, okay? Remove if less than 0, X reviews. Again, come on, okay? If rating is lower than whatever. Listen, if your rating is, 1, let's say everybody that comments says how awful your product is, I don't care. Do you know why? Because less than 1% of people leave an Amazon product review. Okay? So if 1% of people feel that a product is bad enough to comment that it's bad, how many of those are refunding it? Okay, and actually getting the refunds. I'd rather play the numbers game on that and get sales than worry about returns. Okay, even if something has a 25% ROI or a 25% return rate, which is awful, that's so bad. That's probably not even, like, I can't think of what would have a return rate that high. I've never dealt with a product like that. But if it had a 25% return rate and 100% ROI, I don't care. Yeah, I'm losing 25% of my profit on returns, but I'm still making enough money on it that I don't care. Now, this one I will sometimes do, especially if I'm in grocery and HPC, simply because I want to remove products that like are add-ons and stuff like that. But for the most part, I just leave this alone. I don't set that. I don't set that. I don't set that. I don't set that. Again, I don't set that. I just leave it blank. Cost of prep standard. I mean, if you want to do that, if you're using a prep service, then do that. Cost to create bundle. I might put something in, like it might cost $1 or something. But, I mean, if you're just basing on your time, I would rather just leave these filters go blank and then come back in on them with, a very approximate, kind of thing with it, and not get into a situation where, good products are being lost because of these costs. I want to analyze it myself. Okay. Again, TA is not to make decisions. I make decisions. I run my business. I buy the inventory. I make decisions. It's not Tactical Arbitrage's job to make decisions. It's Tactical Arbitrage's job to show me data. That's what I'm setting here. I want data. That's what I want. Now, cost per unit to ship to Amazon. I'll set that, but, I don't even really worry about that. Now, the seasonal buy box price calculations. This is hugely powerful because you can set custom ranges. Think about this. What if you could set a range where you're looking at toys that tripled in price last year from Walmart? Okay. You could set that filter for Q4 items that tripled in price. And if you look back in Keepa, you can go back like 4 years in Keepa. So if you look in Keepa and you can see, hey, every year for some reason, this toy has quadrupled or tripled in price, you can make an estimate that this year it'll triple in price. Okay. So that's something I will use. But for the most part, I don't use it for this stuff because, I'm not setting for seasonal stuff right now. Then I want, keep data if gross profit is at least. Normally I set this low. I will usually, if I'm doing grocery, I set it $1. The reason I want it at $1, I'll even set it $0, by the way, is because Tactical Arbitrage is good at, finding one-to-one things. So 1 bottle of maple syrup to sell on Amazon for 1 bottle. What Tactical Arbitrage has some problems with is bundles. So, if I'm buying 1 bottle and I'm selling 2 on Amazon, sometimes that can be extremely profitable. But if I set my filters and TA doesn't grab that that's a grab that that's a bundle, I can lose a lot of stuff. So, I'll set it at 1 penny, gross profit 1 penny, and that will, again, I'll get a lot of stuff here that's garbage, but I would rather get garbage and find good stuff in the garbage than lose out on good stuff. Okay. Again, this one, so a pretty typical one, like I just run this for toys. So for toys, I would do like a $5 min, gross ROI 35%. That's how I set it. For grocery, I'll set the ROI lower to take care of bundles. But, for the most part, like I might set 10 and then $1. Okay, that might be a grocery setup. This might be a toy setup. And then like for shoes, I might do something like this. Okay, so if I was running toys or shoes, that's what I would be doing. Sometimes I'll run no matches. It adds a lot to it, but I don't, it does add a lot of negative results that you're not going to use. It's up to you how you want to do it. Also show Amazon out of stocks. Definitely want to see Amazon out of stocks. The reverse search I use quite a bit, but I don't like it as much because it makes the scans run so much longer. Okay. Something that might take 2 or 3 hours to run might end up taking 8 or 9 hours to run. So, use this as you see fit. For the most part, I don't set it because I'm looking for the deals that are going on. So I'm probably not going to find as good a deal on other UPC sites or other websites as what I'm finding at that time. I'm a big sales buyer. So, maybe if I was running like Walmart where there's not a ton of sales, or I was running sites that don't, do a lot with like, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of sites that don't do sales a lot. But for the most part, I run sales. Okay. Now, I want to come back up to here in the next segment. I'm going to show you this one here. Okay, guys, so we have this wonderful little thing here, store price reduction. This is probably the most important thing to tweak in tactical arbitrage. So, one of the things that a lot of people don't do is they don't ever look at what's on sale. So I'm going to cover that in the next little segment here, but what I always look for is what is on sale. So Ebates, right now, I think that Ebates is the best way to get an idea what's going on sale right now. So we come here, we see they're doing, they're doing 300 sites or something like that, where they're giving more cash back than usual. Okay, so let's look here. Puritan's Pride and Petco. Okay, so again, I want to try to figure out what the deal is with Puritan's Pride. Okay, so, and let's look at Petco too while we're doing this. Oh, okay. So look, we got, okay, let's shop now. So, they're buying, buy one, get two free. Holy crap, that's a great deal. Okay, so I'm going to actually run this in TA. Okay. I'll show you how I make myself do a little run here. Okay, so we got the spring sale, start page. Now, last page, I just put in a number, like a high number. Now, looking here, we'll see that there's only 4 pages. I mean, I could, whatever. I can do 5 if I want to. If you put in more, like let's say I put in 100, okay, TA will get to the last page and then go on, or it'll either stop itself, or if you're using a bulk list, go on to the next bulk list, okay, or next line in the bulk list. So, set it to whatever, okay. Filters, last use, and again, I'm going to blow you guys away. I'm going to find stuff with this. So buy one, get two. That's actually buy two, get four. Okay, so yeah, okay, so they're having a deal here. This is actually, if we run this page, okay, I will show you how I calculate this. This is a 33% off, or it's 66% off, okay? Plus then I get 22 or 10% off. That doesn't take into account my credit card cash back, or if I buy Raise gift cards. Okay, so let's look here at Raise. Okay, so Puritan doesn't show me anything. Okay, so with this, I'm going to set my discounts here in TA. So 66% off plus 10. Okay, that's it. Okay, now when I run this, okay, let's do, I'm going to set this low because I'm probably going to do some bundling, and 25, submit. Seriously, that's all I do. Okay, now what I'm showing you guys here, and this is what's important, is I'm understanding the sale, okay? Right now, Petco, they're having 40% off. Okay, let's click here. Let's look. Okay, wow, 40% off. All these items are 40% off. Again, we don't need to get home runs on every product. Tactical arbitrage will run, look, there's 11 pages. I can set this and leave. I can set this and go to bed, okay? So, stuff like this, there's no reason not to scan this. Okay? Look, I've already found 5 products for Puritan on this, this thing I just did. Okay? So, Okay, so there you go. I'm understanding the discounts. I started with Ebates. I can have sites that I like. You guys know I love Kohl's. I go here to Kohls.com, having a big sale. Okay, Walmart.com. Okay. Oh, we got a pickup discount. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. We could look through, if they're having some sorts of sales, rollbacks. Oh, here's their rollbacks. So, they dropped the price on that $6. They dropped that $3. I don't know if any of this is any good, but look, there should be a rollbacks thing. I can just actually search it. Oh, rollbacks and clearance sale. Okay, I can throw this whole link over into TA and 25 pages of stuff? I don't know if any of this is any good. It might all be garbage. But again, it's Tactical Arbitrage's job to parse through thousands of pages and go through the garbage and find me, things that might be good. Okay? Ooh, I have no idea what this is, but it's $1. Oh, it's $2. Okay. Contact menu search. There you go, man. That's a $35 product. I don't know if it's any good. There's no reviews on it. Leads me to believe that this is not a good product. But, again, we're at $2 on it. I mean, how bad can it be? Okay. I guess there's just a couple little Halloween costumey kind of things. But again, I don't care. I just, let Tactical Arbitrage run it. So you need to find out, the sites that have sales. You need to run these sites, sign up for them, get their emails, all that stuff, Tactical Arbitrage is 400 sites, okay? Over 400 sites. It's your job to know what the sales are, okay? If you don't know what the sales are, I don't know what to tell you. We can, sign up for them, look through what's on the site, just pick stuff, you can't go wrong, okay? Just look all over the place. Okay, I'm not planning on doing this to go too in depth on anything. This was intended to be a very basic guide for very beginner users. But you should take the time and watch Chris Grant's videos on how to use Tactical Arbitrage. They're just the best, okay? They're linked in the TA website. They're on YouTube. They're all over the place. Watch his videos on how to fully utilize Tactical Arbitrage. I talked to Alex Moss when we were in Denver together, and I said to Alex, Alex, what's the number one failure you see? And, he kind of gave me some stuff, which I kind of covered here, but I said, hey, how many people are actually using Tactical Arbitrage that have Tactical Arbitrage accounts? And what I kind of found out was there's a lot of people that are not running Tactical Arbitrage 24 hours a day. I will make a video on how to make bulk lists, but making bulk lists will allow you to run TA 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Remember, you pay the same amount for TA whether you don't run it or you run it for 30 days a month, 24 hours a day. Okay? There's no price difference, so there's no reason not to. And even if you come to me and you say, Chris, I only have an hour a day to source, great. Do it an hour a day, but for the other 23 hours, have TA working for you. Okay, TA is a force multiplier. Use it as such. Okay, so if you want to run big scans, I showed you a scan that there's like 100 pages on, and I showed you one that took like 3 minutes to run. Okay, set up a whole bunch of stuff into a bulk list and run it yourself. Make your own bulk list. I'll show you guys here. I use Bulk List Builder. Okay, so this product here, okay, it is not an official Tactical Arbitrage product. It's an extension. Dave LaCroix brought it out, and it's great. It's just great. But look at this. I hit tab, and I can go through and I could do innovation pet. I want to do actually this. So these are all going to be saved to my bulk list, and I can add the link. Okay. Let me come over here to Petco. Just showing you here, guys. Here, I want to do the rollbacks. Okay. So, I could get real specific with this. There's all these rollbacks. There's 31,000 rollbacks. I could just run that whole thing. There's literally nothing stopping me from running all of these. Nothing. But let's say I only want to do home. Oh, keep hitting the right button or the left button. I could do decor, bath, furniture, featured shops, bedding. Now, I don't want to do bedding. I want to do kitchen dining. I don't want to do dorm living. Don't want to do appliances. I'll do kids' room. I don't like luggage. I don't want to do mattresses. I don't want to do personalized. I'll do storage. I'll do teens' rooms. Boom. Okay. There. I have a little bulk list just using bulk list builder. Okay. Okay. And then look at this. I don't want that. I want this. Okay, so for start page, again, last page, I just always set it a high page. Okay. Save. And then, boom. Look at that. Bulk list done. Okay, delete the first thing. For some reason, when I use Open Office, it does it adds a line to it for whatever reason, and anchor text. I'm going to delete that. I don't need that. Okay, there you go. I have a bulk list. Okay, I can run this whole thing. It's not going to find me crap that I don't want. Oh, last page got messed up here. Wanted it to be 100. Again, TA will run to the end of that. If I set it 100, it'll go, let's say it's 4, it'll go to 4. When it tries to go to 5, it'll give an error and go to the next page. So there, that's a bulk list made from Walmart that now will run and could find me a ton, so many profitable items. Okay, and I set my filters loose. It allows me to sit down and run that. I run a private Facebook group where I post bolos. I have to post about, I think it's 700 bolos a month, okay, in my groups. And I find them almost all with TA. Now, I do find a lot in store, and I have people that, I manually search sites sometimes to find stuff. I do use OA X-ray sometimes still, but for the most part, I would say 80%, 90%, all right from TA. All right, using these strategies that I just outlined to you. This is not rocket surgery. This is very basic, but if you run these strategies, you will have great success with tactical arbitrage. So if anybody has any questions, there's a link to my Facebook in the bottom of the video here. Join my Facebook group. I'll help you out as best I can. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. I hope that this helped everybody. Bye-bye.